It's a look at the page again, and of course it's the live feed that I did, and something came up that if you'd followed me on YouTube for many months, I've always tried to, I've basically showed Collider how biased they are. That was until I came across this video. That it was a very biased channel, right? And it's been doing it for years. For years they were doing it. So imagine my surprise when I'm flicking through the YouTube channels and I find this. Okay? Let's hope it works.
About this situation, and I get it, but the thing is, he's not making overtures that any of us have seen or heard about to try to get his cut released.
Yeah.
Through Warner Brothers, get it, because there could be something where you can add it, like a special edition Just League or special edition whatever, and you attach the Snyder cut. That's, if WWE was smart.
Yeah.
That's, well, I'm not saying if they were, I'm saying a smart thing for WWE to do would be to add that cut to Justice League down the road, maybe.
I totally agree with
Like
that.
a special edition, right? Because then you can compare both films and still like denigrate Justice League. But it's made its money. It's made what it's going to make.
Right.
And it was a failure. So what do you lose attaching the Snyder Cut and then making more money off that Snyder Cut?
Right.
That makes sense to me.
Casual fans maybe go, oh,
Yeah.
the Justice League that could have been.
3 hours.
The hardcore fans.
Yeah.
This is what's interesting. I think Zack Snyder, I'm with him on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I look at the box office of Batman v Superman, 872.7 million worldwide.
Yeah.
I don't know in what universe Warner Brothers looks at that as a failure and I need to fire Zack Snyder in the middle of Justice
That's a good
League.
point.
I have no idea why they would do that. And here's the thing. Batman v Superman is and has been inching higher and higher with me. I am enjoying that movie more and more when I watch it. And I know we have that great, if you want to check it out another time, Roke and I sat down for a debate, Batman v Superman versus Justice League. I picked BVS, you picked Justice League, and we had a great talk. Now, I just think about that, and it just makes me go, what in the world? Why wouldn't they take it? For 872 million, that's almost $1 billion worldwide, and yet they were reactionary. This is why I am on Zack Snyder's side when he goes, I'm going to go on Vera. And I'm going to do this.
Yeah, he's gonna mess with them.
Because he had some passion, and there are a lot of fans out there, you referenced the Batman thing.
Yeah.
And it never bothered me. I'm not a Batman purist, I guess, but maybe you would call it, because I look at all the other films in the Batman series, and it's like, he's killing people left and right.
Right.
I think that's just the culture we're in right now, that somebody puts it on Twitter and all it becomes, it's a megaphone and everybody jumps in.
Right.
Because, and everybody rightly so brought up Batman and Batman Returns, like putting some dynamite down the guy's thing, punching him and pushing him over, and then Michael Keaton walks away smiling. That was Batman for me. Superman and Batman were always the movie versions for me growing up. 1978, Superman being my favorite superhero movie of all time. So I never got behind that. It was, for me, I just loved what he was doing. It felt so different from Marvel. And I appreciated the giant swings he was taking. That Batman v Superman was dark as shit. And I dug it.
I will admit something to you. This is no lie.
Yeah.
Since Aquaman and Shazam, I have grown in my appreciation of BVS.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to tell me James Wan was taking big swings with Aquaman,
right,
you're going to use that reasoning for why you like that mess of a movie, and not give credit to Snyder for doing the same thing in BVS, then I'm confused by your approach to this situation. And also, the reason Batman gets away with killing in the films that he does, and by the way, Superman, at the end of Superman the movie, he violates the laws of time in a personal...
Do not interfere, said Jor-El.
He becomes personal to save Lois.
Yeah.
What Clark does in Man of Steel is save a family and a city from this maniac.
Right.
Right? What Clark does in Superman the movie is to save his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so to me, those are the things you can go either way. Is it Team Bucky or Team Iron Man, or Team Cap or Team Iron Man, right? Can you sacrifice the whole team for your best friend? It's your choice. But to me, neither one of those films in that decision are necessarily clean.
Yeah.
So they're equal in that way. And also, the Batman stuff, the reason those deaths are looked past is because they're done in a comical way. It's still death.
Yeah.
He's still killing people and skipping along right past it. So it is your mentality as you watch the movie that you're accepting these deaths in the way it's presented in the Batman Tim Burton movies, but not accepting the deaths in the way they're presented in the Zack Snyder movies because you're offended by the brutality of that. But that's the reality of what he was trying to create.
In fact, that was the
Right?
point of
That's
the
real
movie. That was the
superheroes.
that was the juxtaposition
The
of
real world.
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Superman's not going to kill because of what he learned in Man of Steel.
Right.
Right? He breaks
Never
Zod's
again.
neck. Never again. I'm
Right.
not doing that. And that's what I love. I never got behind that movement of Man of Steel where Superman doesn't kill. And I said, well, you know what? He was faced with the ultimate decision. He did it
On his first
go
battle.
around.
His first battle.
His first go around.
Yeah.
And then not only that, I love it when there's a little subtext to this. He's killing the last of his kind.
Yeah.
And that scream of agony is exactly what I would probably do.
Absolutely.
And then that shaped him to BVS.
Yeah.
And Batman's killing, and Superman goes, no. That's not how we do it here. Not in my world.
Right.
They fight. They realize, and I know the Martha moment. Yeah, it still doesn't work for me either.
Yep.
But it happens nonetheless. Batman then changes.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 Where was that those years ago? Where was Kaleida then? Right? Where were those two guys when BVS came out? Right? If we had that sort of review on YouTube with most of the sites, could you imagine how big BVS would have been? Right? I mean, these are people, right, that are watching BVS, and suddenly it's getting better and better and better as they watch it. Because they have just sat down and they watched, as I say, right? As I say, you know, I've got Aquaman, 4K, and I've got Justice League, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, BVS, and Man of Steel, right? And I will be getting Shazam, right? But at the same time, you think back to BVS, and I've mentioned all this on the YouTube channel of DC Vigilante, is we still need Zack Snyder as a director somewhere along the lines. We still need that grit that he started the universe with. You know, we want diversity in the films. Thankfully we have the Joker movie coming out that is totally different than the previous two films, and it's going to be totally different from the Wonder Woman movie. And Jeremy Jones has just asked, so is there going to be another Justice League? No. Not anytime soon. That is why, and this is only my truth, that is why there's a lot of people asking for the Snyder Cut. Because a lot of people don't believe we even got a Justice League movie. And as I said, there it is there. Right? That's what we're left with. A film that never won over the fans, that was taken away from Zack's bigger picture. And we just want it rectified. We want now, hopefully it'll come out in DVD, that we can buy, that we can keep, that we can hold in our hands and we can show to the fans. This is what we should have got, and Warner Brothers destroyed it. You know, this is up there with Avengers, but we never allowed it. I think whoever the Joker's going to have, the Joker going to have to do an amazing job. As the last one played the Joker was the best one. The Joker going to have to do an amazing job. Who played the Joker? I've liked all the Jokers, you know, because for me, and I've defended Jared Leto because for me, the Joker, the actor that plays the Joker is doing it with, you know, the director's vision. It's got nothing to do with the actor. It's the way the director sees it. And for me, the Joker has so many personalities. Okay, right up to something like The Killing Joke or A Death in the Family. The Joker was always seen as like a sort of, you know, like the Joker you got in the Batman TV series with Adam West and Burt Ward. But it wasn't until those graphic novels that the real evil menace came about. And as I say, I thought Jack Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker was good. I thought, even though there's a drawing of the Joker dodging the bullets where Jack Nicholson just stands there and aims the gun at the Batwing. And then the Joker, of course, Heath Ledger, who played another version of the Joker, and instead of just a white face, it was like the makeup he was putting on, and there's so many different background stories to him. Then we have Jared Leto, who's the gangster that kind of owns Harley Quinn, and he's more into the money. And Joker, you know, one sense the Joker burns money, then the next thing the Joker wants money. And again, it's all due to the writer, it's all due to the director. So, yeah, I mean, I've got no qualms about the Joker. I'm not going to go in there and expecting my weird idea of what the Joker should be on the screen. I just want the character, as long as he's got a laugh, as long as he's got the Joker, but he portrays him as psychotic, then that's a Joker for me, because we can't put him down to one characteristic, you know. So, as I said, but listening to that Collider, listening what those two guys said, and it's emphasising what I've always said on my YouTube channels. Well, the one thing I've always said in my YouTube channels is people are accepting BVS the more and more as time goes by. Not only are they accepting it, but they're seeing the potential of what Zack Snyder was going to create. They put back their worries about, is the Batman killing? They put back the worries about. Now, I've seen geeks and gamers talk about, that isn't Superman. I've seen websites that I've mentioned. Where's Fanboy or something like that? It was called, and it says it shouldn't be called Man of Steel. It was called Superman. These people are stuck in the past, and they have to come with these characters and re-visualise them, because the world changes, people's appetites change, and you've got to adapt, just like the comic books do, to the times that you're living in. Okay, like the red pants situation, which people often made fun of, or the glasses situation. So to hear these two guys who work for a company, for Collider, and praise and watched what you would call Shazam and Aquaman quite close to the sort of Marvel market, to go back to the BVS and appreciate the diversity and the difference that Zack Snyder done. That to me is wow, orgasmic. And I'm nearly teary to actually hear that company say some great stuff for a change. Well, this is DC Vigilante. Catch me again on YouTube or Instagram or on the page. And again, If you ever wish to add your contribution to the page and become an editor, let me know. Thank you for watching.